Santa? Hey, why did you reply to my wedding invitation saying that you wouldn't come? Why didn't you say you would come? I mean, it's my wedding. Don't you remember that I was a legendary idol back in middle school? So even if you do have other plans, it's only natural that you prioritize my wedding over that. Can't you understand even that? Come on, we're already adults, Santa, and you still haven't learned any manners? Because it looks like you're still as rude and disrespectful as you were back in middle school. Besides, I did write it on the invitation I sent you, didn't I? Everyone needs to come to my wedding, and I'm not going to accept any absences. The only reason I sent an invitation in the first place is because it's tradition. It's not like I'm actually asking you guys whether you're going to come or not. I mean, of course everyone is going to come. Why would I even need to ask that? Oh, and since I was an idol back in middle school, everyone needs to give me a wedding gift of at least 1,000 euros. By the way, there are people I sent an invitation to whose contact information I don't have. Tell them what I told you right now and make sure that they come with at least 1,000 euros, all right? All right. I'm counting on you then, Santa.
Hey, Santa, is now a good time? There's something I want to talk to you about Sierra's wedding. She sent me these really confusing texts out of nowhere, and I wanted to ask your advice on it. Oh, hi, Armida. Yeah, I can talk now. You're talking about how she's making everyone come to her wedding, right? Oh, so she sent you a text too? To be honest, I was a bit confused when she said that the school's idol was going to get married, but then I realized that she was talking about herself. Yep, apparently she still thinks that everyone back at school loved her or something, when in reality it was the exact opposite. I was working when she sent me those texts, so I just ignored it and haven't replied yet, though. What exactly did she say to you? It looks like she got mad at me for replying to her wedding invitation saying that I wouldn't come. Apparently she's going to make me come to her wedding or something. She said that she only sent out those invitations because it's tradition, and in reality she wasn't going to accept anyone saying that they would be absent. Oh, and apparently we all need to bring her a wedding gift of at least 1,000 euros, or else, whatever that means. Seriously, does she still think we're still kids in middle school that she can boss around? Well, it looks like Syria at least hasn't changed much from our days back in school. It looks like she basically sent the same thing to you as she did to me then. What? You had Syria's contact information? I never did, but my sister was in the same grade as her during both high school and middle school. For some reason, she made my sister give her my contact information even though they didn't get along back in school. That's also part of why she was able to send wedding invitations to the both of us. I see. Your sister should have just ignored her, but I guess that's easier said than done. You were both in the art club, right? Is that how she was able to contact you? Yep, we only exchanged contact information once we graduated, though. You see, one of the junior club members won an award, and her paintings were going to be displayed at a venue near Sierra's house. We both went, and that's when we exchanged contact information. We met each other by accident, and even though I didn't want to, she made me give her my contact information. She literally wouldn't let go of me until I gave it to her. I regret giving in to her that day. I should have just told her to back away and called the police on her if she wouldn't stop. Wow, so she seriously does still act like she did back in middle school. I wanted to block her, but I thought it would be scary if I suddenly bumped into her again if I did that, so I left it as is. But I guess there's really no point in keeping her unblocked now that I already moved far away and there's basically no chance that we'll ever see each other again. I can understand how you must have felt, but don't you think it's a good idea to keep her unblocked for just a bit longer? It seems like she's up to something, so I think it's a good idea to keep some sort of watch on her. I agree. I mean, it's not like she can do anything to us anymore besides annoying us with texts. Anyways, you and your sister aren't going to be going to her wedding, right? Of course we're not. I mean, it's my sister's wedding that day, and we're going to be in Okinawa. Besides, I wouldn't go even if I lived right next to the wedding venue or something. In fact, I would probably take a trip to make sure that we wouldn't meet if that were the case. I thought so. I mean, maybe if she had at least grown up and gotten a bit more mature, but obviously that hasn't happened. It looks like Sierra just never grew up. You're not going to go either, right, Santa? Yep, I'm going on a family vacation to Hokkaido, so I won't be able to go even if I wanted to. I thought so. Besides, don't you think it's strange how she's sending out these wedding invitations when it's only 3 weeks until her wedding ceremony? Yeah, I heard that wedding invitations should be sent out at least 3 months in advance. It's that selfish and arrogant Sierra we're talking about. I bet she's up to something. I mean, seriously, I bet she's just doing this to annoy all of us and make us come to her wedding on short notice. Yep, that was what I thought as well. Well, for now, I guess I'll just try and ignore her and not reply to her texts. She sent the wedding invitation to my parents' house, and she wrote my name with my maiden name, so she probably doesn't know that I already got married and moved far away. Besides, what bothers me the most is that just because she was superior back in school, she thinks that she's still superior even now. I don't give a fuck how you were an idol back in middle school, Sierra. Yep, my thoughts too. I'll tell my sister that she should just try and ignore Sierra as well. Yep, I think that's a good idea. Thanks for listening to what I had to tell you. Now that I think about it, I think we're just making a big deal out of nothing, and we're just acting this way because someone unpleasant from our past suddenly just reappeared. I mean, it's not like she can actually do anything to us anymore, right? I actually think now that just blocking her and forgetting about all of this would be the smartest thing to do. But that would be boring, right? And knowing you, Santa, you'd never pass up on a chance for free entertainment. You know me so well. Well then, see you later, I guess. Text me if Sierra texts you with anything weird again. Yep, I will. See you later. Santa, I have news regarding Sierra. I think you'll find this very interesting. Huh? It looks like this has become quite the troublesome situation while we weren't paying attention. What's the matter? Well, you see, it looks like Sierra is going to marry my sister's ex-boyfriend. What? Your sister's ex-boyfriend? A friend of my sister's told us about it. Apparently, her ex-boyfriend's parents got divorced when he was in his first year of college, and now he's going by his mother's last name. That's probably why my sister didn't notice anything, even when she took a look at the groom's name on the wedding invitation. Does that mean that... Yep, Sarah's sending my sister texts, rubbing it in her face, saying how she must be so mad and jealous. At first, my sister was confused as to what Sierra was trying to tell her, but she didn't even bother explaining herself, but now we know what those texts were about, I guess. I see. Anyways, me and my sister are currently on our way to Okinawa by plane. Oh, you said something about that, right? Yeah, apparently my sister's going to block Sierra while we're in Okinawa. I don't know if this is going to affect you guys or something, but I thought I would just tell you. Yep, understood. Oh, and tell your sister congratulations on her wedding. She was the real idol of our school, and not Sierra after all. I will. I'll be going then. Yep, take care.
Hi, Santa. Today's the day of my wedding. The entire school's idol is about to get married.
Hello, Sierra.
You understand well what I'm trying to tell you right now, right?
Yes, the entire school's idol is about to get married. Is that correct?
You keep leaving my texts unread, but it looks like you do understand after all, huh? If that's the case, I'll forgive you for being so impolite to me until now.
I'm really looking forward to the wedding. All right, I'm going to drive now, so goodbye.
Yep, make sure you entertain us, all right? You were always so funny back in school, Santa, even though you just looked like some cold and detached kid. Santa! Hey, Santa! Why aren't you at my wedding? The wedding ceremony has already started. Did you get into an accident or something?
Huh? But didn't I reply to your wedding invitation saying that I wouldn't be coming? What made you think that I was going to come to your wedding?
I already told you I only sent out those wedding invitations because it's a custom. I wasn't actually giving you a choice as to whether you're going to come to my wedding or not. Those weren't invitations. They were orders. Everyone I sent an invitation to needs to come. I already prepared your seat for you, so come here right now. Oh, and bring the others with you as well. Bring with you everyone you can get a hold of. Jesus, not one person that's not a relative I sent an invitation to came to my wedding. I know. This is all your fault, isn't it? You forgot to tell them about my wedding like I told you to, didn't you? Jesus, Santa, after all these years, you're still a huge idiot.
What do you mean those invitations were in order? Would you please explain? Because as far as I know, you don't have any authority over us.
What did you just say to me? I'm the entire school's idol, always was and always will be. Of course you have to do what I tell you, isn't that obvious? Just hurry up and come with as many people as you can.
Okay, and what exactly are you going to do if I don't follow your orders? Besides, I'm currently on a vacation with my family, and so I'm nowhere near our hometown. I wouldn't be able to come even if I wanted to.
Huh? A family vacation?
Yes, I'm on a vacation with my husband and children.
Your husband and children? You got married, Santa?
Yes, I got married to a colleague of mine 4 years ago.
4 years ago? But this is the first time I'm hearing anything about this. Why didn't you tell me anything about this? As your senior, you know that you have to get my permission first before getting married, you know.
I've heard of getting permission from your parents for a marriage before, but I've never heard of getting permission from your seniors back in middle school. What country's custom is that, Sarah? And besides, we aren't really that close, so I didn't really bother telling you about what was happening in my life until now.
Huh? What do you mean, what country's custom is that? I grew up here in Japan just like you idiot. Hold on, we're off topic. You said that you would come to my wedding, right? Just 2 hours ago.
What? I don't remember saying anything like that, though.
You said that you were looking forward to my wedding.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. But I never said I was looking forward to your wedding, did I? All I said was that I was looking forward to the wedding. And I wasn't talking about your wedding, Sarah.
Huh? What, you cheeky little brat. It looks like you haven't changed since middle school, huh? Everyone found your little jokes funny back in middle school, but I, for one, found it completely obnoxious.
Sorry, but it was kind of your fault. You said it yourself, didn't you? That today was going to be the wedding of the entire school's idol?
Yeah, that's my wedding, right? Who else did you think I was talking about?
Sorry, I didn't realize that you saw yourself in that light. I completely thought that you were talking about Armita's sister. Did you hear that she was a local idol in our hometown until she retired 2 years ago?
Huh? A local idol? This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yes, and today's going to be her wedding. They're going to send me pictures and videos of the wedding later. That's what I meant when I said I was looking forward to the wedding.
What? You knew what I was trying to tell you, and you were just messing with me, weren't you?
Wasn't that what we were talking about 2 hours ago? It looks like we each were thinking about different marriages.
Of course not. Hold on, you're playing dumb right now, aren't you? Cut it out. The only idol around here is me.
Huh?
Today is going to be my wedding, the idol of the entire middle school's wedding.
You were everyone's idol? According to who?
According to me. Not only was I at the top of my class, but I was also funny and pretty.
I don't quite get what you're trying to say right now. I heard that Armita's sister was the top of your class, and as for you being smart and pretty, well...
Huh? Are you trying to say that I'm not smart and pretty? Also, Armita's sister was only the top of our class officially. But I was the only one who knew that she was always cheating on her tests. There's no way someone that dumb looking is actually smart.
I mean, ask anybody from our school who our idol was, and the first person they'll tell you about is Armita's sister, who was a local idol in our hometown until 2 years ago. Apparently her stage name is Angela. I also heard that she was in the same grade as you during school.
Huh? Angela? Hold on, are you talking about Enrica?
Oh, yeah, her real name was Enrica, right?
What is the meaning of this? Who's Enrica going to marry anyway? Is he rich or poor?
Give me a moment to remember. I heard that he was the next in line CEO of a large entertainment company.
Huh? Uh-huh? What even is that? Why? But I just stole her handsome boyfriend from her and am now about to marry him. To think I was planning on hosting a lavish wedding ceremony today and rubbing in her face how happy I was. But this new guy of hers is so much better than mine. This is so unfair. I want an exchange of husbands.
There's not really any point in telling that to me.
I keep trying to text her, but all my messages are unread.
Yes, but I don't have Enrica's contact information either. I only have her sister's contact information.
You useless brat! If it's come to this, then I guess I'm going to have to barge into Enrica's wedding and steal her groom from her.
Do you even know where the wedding is taking place?
Tell it to me!
Sorry, but I don't know either.
Why not? Enrica is your friend's sister, right?
Yeah, but they invited mostly people that worked with Enrica over her years during her career as an idol. It seems that they're keeping the details a secret so that fans wouldn't try and barge into the wedding.
Is that so? Fine. I don't need you anymore. You really are useless, Santa. Santa? Help me! I need you to come and help me right now. You weren't of use to me the last time we talked, so I need you to be useful now. Oh, and apologize to me for getting married without my permission first.
What is this suddenly, Sarah?
My wedding ceremony was ruined!
Is that so? I'm sorry to hear that.
You see, my husband found it strange how none of the people I invited came except for my relatives, and so he canceled the marriage because I was untrustworthy or something. What even is that? It's not my fault that all my friends back in school stabbed me in the back. Not only that, but apparently his grandfather hired a detective agency immediately. And now they're also talking about how I have a terrible past or whatever. The marriage was canceled because you guys didn't come. Not only that, but they're making me pay for an alimony and for the wedding ceremony's cancellation fees. What did I do wrong?
Sarah, this is probably going to be our last conversation, so I'll be straight with you right now.
What is it?
Do you know what people from my grade called you behind your back?
What? I don't know. The school's idol or something?
No, they called you the narcissistic wannabe idol.
Huh? What part of me is narcissistic?
But didn't you realize it yourself when no one came to your wedding? The truth is that no one really liked you back in school, Sierra.
What?
That's all I can tell you, Sierra.
Can I go now? No, that's not what I came to talk about. There's still something I need to tell you. You see, I went to Enrica's house yesterday and I saw this handsome man who I immediately knew was Enrica's new husband and tried to seduce him. But apparently he was someone completely unrelated, and his wife called the police on me. My parents found out about this and they're furious.
If you're talking about Enrica's parents' house, they already sold it half a year ago and moved to another area.
I didn't know anything about that. Besides, the invitation I sent to their house definitely reached Enrica and her sister.
But I heard that as long as you tell the National Post System, they'll send letters addressed to you, but to your old address to your new address.
But they didn't tell me anything about this.
Sierra, while in school, for some reason you viewed Enrica as your rival, even though she didn't think the same towards you. Causing you two not to get along, right? I don't understand why you expect her to tell you about what's happening in her life despite that.
Seriously?
Well then, I really don't have any more information I can give you, so goodbye.
Wait,
I'm going to block you now, okay? At first, I wondered why she kept just sending me texts, but I found out later that everyone else she had exchanged contact information with at school had already blocked her. I blocked her after our last conversation as well, as I felt there was really no point in me talking to her anymore after everything had happened. I heard about what happened to her after that from a friend who's still living in our hometown. It seems that Sierra's husband canceled their marriage and made her pay for the wedding ceremony's cancellation costs on top of an alimony. Just like she told me, but it seems that her relatives, including her parents, took this opportunity to cut ties with her once and for all, as it seems that it wasn't only the people at school she was always annoying. Because of this, she had to quit her job since she'd only gotten into that company in the first place thanks to her father's help. Now, all alone, she no longer had anyone to rely on for money, and so she decided to risk it all and go to the capital. Apparently, she found a job selling her body to men, and so she does this every day, slowly paying back the debts she owes.